Well, we got another. She finally moved to a rear quarter. We got our last little newborn. She didn't want to straighten her front feet very well, so we did the old paint stick and wrap. I thought it was very fitting. It gave her that nice 80s diva look with the green leggings. I thought that worked quite well. It was like the Austin Powers with the steamroller? No! No! When they charge at you like that, it's creepy, the speed that they just come racing up to the gate with. It started 17 minutes ago over there for that 100-yard. Most animals are how fast can they sprint the 100-yard, and Bull, since he knows he owns the planet, apparently can just cock strut all around. Oh well, somebody has to get a good scratching for the night. Yep, now you got to change sides. Oh, somebody has to get their scratch. Yes, Karen, we'll get you your scratching too. Yes, you get it too. He's slick. He's so slick. That's a wide. It's a wide load. Well, here we are. Doing update. Calving for the most part has gone well, as good as it can be. This is our third time across the field. This time of year there isn't going to be much regrowth, so we kind of changed the speed that we're bringing them across. So we just got this little bit left, and then walk around the corner and start running up pasture 3. So we should get almost another month of grazing over there. The corn is really coming a long ways on that rye. We should go look at that and talk about that for a minute as well. So the cows, we got some cull cows out here, and so we got cull cows to take back to a little pasture at home. And then look at little 29, just a troublemaker. She's just a troublemaker. Probably just a stunning little yearling heifer, but just a troublemaker. Hey, 11, big 11, what a beauty. Just slick, just slick. I got kind of not a favorite, but so we got a couple cull cows. We'll get to the other pasture, and then we'll get the bull out here to get everybody bred and start the whole cycle over again. These two, she's one of the twins, Repeat and Pete and Repeat. Back there, yes, you're trouble. But so she's a yearling heifer. Just, man, all our yearling heifers, they're just gorgeous, just gorgeous. So we'll be breeding them sometime this winter, I'd imagine. But this little beauty, look at that little beauty. So you got a Sim Angus dad and a true Hereford mom. Her mom is a stereotypical Hereford over there. But her mom was just a fantastic mother. Really attentive and whipped them calves into shape. There was no goofing off with them. But she is just gorgeous, and she threw out a calf. She threw out a calf that is just beautiful. We're going to use our bull this year, and every calf that came out of our bull is just a nice calf. It ain't big, it ain't small, it's just a nice calf. But some of these, that's her calf with the black. Yeah. These AI calves, though, they are, look at how square they are. And just beautiful. Just beautiful. And that little guy that come out of that Sim Angus Hereford cross, we're gonna do some genetic testing. I'd like to find somebody to help us accomplish that task, to see if any one of these bulls would be a nice replacement bull. Oh sure, here one of the moms is jealous, but yeah, who's eating my legs? Where's baby 16? Is that one of these two? 16, the one I heroically saved. Is that this one? You say I assisted. I say it was more of a heroic event. Look at that guy. Just that fat head. Mom had a hard time pushing that fat head and them big feet out. Otherwise, everything went really well. We were just, his mom, she threw a water sack, and so we started the clock, and then not much happened. So after several hours, we're like, you know what, fine. So Karen took the four-wheeler up to the yard. It was now about 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's dark. And she went up to the yard to get our medical bucket. And by the time, as the four-wheeler, so we were just up on top of the hill. And as she's coming across the field with the four-wheeler, all of a sudden, plop, another water sack popped out. So you start the clock all over again. And so about midnight, I reached in. I felt feet and teeth and feet, and I'm like, okay, everything is good to go. So we just kind of monitored her for a while, and man, you guys are just scratchy today, aren't you? And then you could see the progress was moving, but slow, and so we just reached in and gave her a little assist with some pulling and put some chains on his feet, and just gave him a little. I just laid on the ground because Mom was laying down, and just gave a little assist, and just to get that skull and feet out, and everything went really well. There's some good butchering there, boy. Good butchering there. Look at that little tiny, little peanut. Little heifer calf. So we got a little bit of age spread here because we did some AI. Here's old Grandma 110. She's getting up there in years. She's on the cull list. We're kind of spread out on calving because we did AI and then waited 30 days or so to do bull breeding for cleanup, where this year we're just going to do the bull breeding and tighten that calving window way up and then pull the bull off. And then this winter, we got them 3 or 4 heifers, them yearling heifers, that they'll be of age, and then whoop, wide load coming through, and then play cleanup with any cows. So then we just have 2 groups. But let's who is that little? There's one of the little heifers, that baby 17 that would have came to me, the little heifer calf. She just a tiny little thing. She's cute. All the heifers are tiny. We had a couple weeks of hot weather, so we just put some netting on a couple thrower racks on the back of the feed rack, and then Karen opened up the pasture for the woods at the north end, and it worked out fantastic. Them shades are easy to move, and the woods turned out fantastic because the cows love being in the woods. Let's look at this corn. This little guy here, tagless. I don't get close to tagless. I give her space. She's not mean or nothing, but he was a surprise. He was, according to the breeding calendar, he was like 30 or 40 days early, which don't make any sense. But he came out, was quite healthy, and now he's a fat, thriving little steer. That's pretty funny. This orchard grass, I'll tell you what, I I pick on orchard grass a lot because I don't like it. Because in the last couple years, or for several years, the orchard grass all headed out, and the cows didn't deal with it. Where this year, I think it's because of moisture. This year, a lot of that orchard grass, I think that's the orchard grass that's staying green and thick and lush down there. The cows are loving it and it's working well. I don't trim the pastures. We let the cows come through and clean up what they're going to clean up. Let everything go to seed. Let everything keep putting roots down and doing what Mother Nature does, I guess, is how I figure on managing my pastures. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but you can't go wrong letting nature just do its thing. Well, here's the corn into the rye. So we took it was the winter rye that wasn't going to be good enough as a cash crop, so we made feed off of it, and we've been feeding the steers for the summer off of that. And then we planted corn in here, and all I did was just a quick burn down. I didn't do any residual or nothing. So a lamb's quarter and some weeds did come in, but that's okay because we are grazing right behind this thing. And so clearly the weeds are not bothering this corn. Stereotypical corn behind rye, your first several weeks, it looks like crap. It's yellow and it's just like, oh my God, I made a real bad mistake. And then the corn gets going. The rye finally melts down, releases the nitrogen that you spread, and the corn gets going and does not stop. So this is some good looking stuff. We got some typical drowned out spots because of the year, but we also got a lot of second ears, just like that other, like our good production fields. We got a lot of second ears coming, which you see a second once in a while, but going down the road, seeing this many of them is just crazy. Rather makes me optimistic. It makes me happy because that's just that many more kernels per acre, and we got a good tonnage here. Nice tall corn. Run this through the corn head and have them cows grazing behind this. That will make for some fantastic feed. So we'll get some more revenue off of this field, and so yeah. All right, I'm quite happy with. I like you say, you're pretty nervous your first few weeks. Like, why did I put corn in there? I should just go plow that up quick. But you just let it ride, and it takes off. And so Karen's up there checking the pasture, looking at the grass, measuring the grass. It's funny that some of this stuff they haven't touched all year, and some of it they keep grazing the same spots over and leaving some of the spots grow thick, but I don't mind. They know what they're doing. They know what they want. I'm not gonna, and we don't push them hard enough. We want the pasture to be as successful as the cows, so we're not pushing them hard to just mow this bay down. While it's nice and thick, get them onto the next bay, and that's all regrowth, because that stuff's been grazed at least 3 times and overgrazed twice from today's fence to the road, and so that's all young lush regrowth. So they're gonna have a field day in that. It's kind of fun. Their cow patties from last summer, this spring had little clover sprouts in it from eating the mature clover heads. So they're spreading seed for us, and the system is kind of working. A little baby 70 hiding under the hay rack. she's just like her mom, part vampire. The second the sun comes out. She's out? It's 20 that headed to the woods all the time. The second the sun hits her, it's like, I'm out of here. And here's 35, another good looking yearling. And there's 34. Man, yeah, we got a good crop of heifers to get bred up. Old 70, she's old 70, she's on the call list. Think of the hamburger that she's gonna put out. Oh, that's some nice stuff. That's some nice stuff. Where's 13? One of these big framed beasts.
Oh, she's right here.
This is, yeah, she's on the call list. She actually goes in at the end of the month. You're gonna have a lot of hamburger there. Holy cow, that's a beautiful. She makes the steers blush. That flat back. You could set a dinner serving up here on that big back. But she'll make us a lot of nice hamburger. Yeah. Clean up some of these cows and take advantage of the quality of little heifers coming up.